You know what's wild? The quietest person in the room is usually the one who sees everything. While everyone else is talking, performing, trying to be heard, there's someone in the corner just watching. And here's what nobody tells you. That quiet person isn't shy. They're not scared. They're not missing out. They're actually operating on a completely different level than everyone else. They're reading the room like a book while you're still on the first page. And if you've ever been that quiet person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you've ever wondered why you can't just be loud like everyone else, this video is going to change everything you thought you knew about yourself. See, society has this backwards idea that quiet equals weak, that silence means you have nothing to say, that if you're not the loudest voice in the room, you're somehow less than. But that's complete BS, and science actually backs this up. Quiet people aren't quiet because they're afraid. They're quiet because they're selective. They understand something most people never figure out, that words have weight, that not every thought needs to be spoken out loud, that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is just observe. Think about it. While everyone's rushing to fill the silence with noise, quiet people are actually listening, like really listening, not just waiting for their turn to talk. They're picking up on things others miss. The tone in someone's voice, the thing they're not saying, the energy shift when someone walks into the room. Psychologists call this high sensory awareness. Quiet people process information differently. Their brains are wired to take in more details before responding. It's not hesitation, it's precision. They're running the whole conversation through their mind, considering 10 different angles, weighing their words before they speak. And here's the crazy part. Studies show that quiet people often have higher emotional intelligence than their louder counterparts. They can read emotions like others read text messages. They know when someone's faking a smile, when confidence is actually covering insecurity, when silence means something's wrong. But growing up quiet in a loud world, that's rough. Because from day one, people are trying to fix you. Teachers say you need to participate more. Parents ask why you can't be more outgoing like your siblings. Friends try to drag you out of your shell like being quiet is some kind of disease that needs curing. And the worst part, you start believing them. You start thinking something's wrong with you, that you need to change, that you need to be louder, bolder, more out there. So you try. You force yourself to talk more, to be someone you're not. And it's exhausting. Because here's what they don't tell you. Being quiet isn't a flaw. It's a superpower that nobody taught you how to use. Let me break down what's really happening in a quiet person's mind. When they're sitting there saying nothing, they're not zoned out. Their brain is running at full speed. They're observing body language, analyzing patterns, connecting dots that others don't even see. They're essentially gathering data while everyone else is just making noise. There's this concept in psychology called reflective thinking. Quiet people are masters at it. They don't just react to things, they reflect on them. They turn experiences over in their minds like coins, examining every angle before they decide what it means. And this makes them incredible problem solvers, because while everyone's shouting out quick answers, quiet people are thinking 3 steps ahead. They see consequences others miss. They find solutions others overlook. They just do it silently. But here's where it gets interesting. Quiet people aren't always quiet. That's the thing nobody realizes. They're selectively social. Put them in a deep one-on-one conversation about something they care about, they'll talk for hours. Give them a topic they're passionate about, they'll light up like a completely different person. The difference is they don't waste their energy on small talk. They don't do surface-level conversations just to fill the air. They're waiting for something real, something meaningful, something worth their words. And when a quiet person finally speaks, people listen because they've built this reputation. They don't talk just to talk. So when they do say something, it usually matters. It usually is thought out. It usually hits different. There's actually a term for this. Social economists call it the scarcity principle. When something is rare, it becomes more valuable. Quiet people apply this to their words without even realizing it. Their silence makes their voice more powerful when they choose to use it. But let's be real. Being quiet comes with struggles too. People misread you constantly. They think you're stuck up because you don't chat with everyone. They think you're sad because you're not always smiling and laughing. They think you're boring because you're not performing your personality for everyone to see. And dating? That's a whole nother challenge, because our culture glorifies the outgoing, charismatic, life of the party type. Quiet people get overlooked, passed by, labeled as too serious or hard to read, when really they're just taking their time, observing, making sure someone's worth opening up to. Because here's the thing about quiet people, they don't let just anyone in. Their inner world is rich and complex and precious. They're not handing out access to just anybody. You've got to earn it. You've got to show them you're worth the energy it takes to let down their guard. And when they do let you in, it's everything. Because quiet people love deeply. They listen fully. They remember the small details you mentioned 3 months ago. They notice when something's off. They show up when it matters. Their love isn't loud, but it's solid. It's real. Neuroscience shows us why. Quiet people often have more active prefrontal cortexes. That's the part of your brain responsible for deep thought and emotional regulation. So they're literally built to go deep rather than wide, quality over quantity in everything they do. But society keeps trying to change them. Self-help books tell them to break out of their shell. Motivational speakers say they need to find their voice, as if being quiet means you're lost or broken or incomplete. But what if you're not supposed to change? What if the world just needs to learn how to value different kinds of strength? Because quiet strength is real strength. It's the person who stays calm when everyone's panicking. It's the one who thinks before they act. It's the friend who doesn't need to be the center of attention, but shows up when you need them most. Quiet people are the writers, the artists, the thinkers, the creators. They're the ones who change the world not by shouting, but by doing, by thinking, by observing what others missed and creating something from it. Think about the greatest minds in history: Einstein, Newton, Darwin, Rosa Parks. None of them were the loudest in the room, but they changed everything by being thoughtful, observant, and intentional with their actions. So if you're quiet, stop apologizing for it. Stop trying to be someone you're not. The world doesn't need another loud voice. It needs your quiet strength, your careful observations, your thoughtful words, your deep presence. Because being quiet doesn't mean you have nothing to say. It means you're choosing your moments. You're waiting for meaning. You're refusing to add to the noise when you could be creating something worth hearing. Your silence isn't emptiness, it's fullness waiting for the right moment to spill over. It's a mind so active that words can't always keep up. It's a heart so deep that small talk feels like wading in puddles when you're built for the ocean. So own it. Be quiet. Be observant. Be selective with your energy and your words. Let the loud people have their spotlight. You don't need it. Your power doesn't come from volume. It comes from depth. And to everyone who's ever told a quiet person to speak up, to come out of their shell, to be more like everyone else, maybe you're the one who needs to adjust. Maybe you need to slow down, listen more, appreciate the value of silence, learn to see strength in stillness. Because quiet people are everywhere. They're your coworkers who get stuff done while others talk about getting stuff done. They're your friends who remember everything you tell them. They're the ones changing the world in ways you'll never see on social media. And if you're a quiet person watching this, I see you. I get you. And I'm telling you right now, you don't need to change a single thing. The world needs exactly who you are. Quiet, deep, observant, and real. So stay quiet, stay true, and let your presence speak louder than words ever could. If this hit home, share it with another quiet person who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more real talk about the psychology that makes you, you, because we're just getting started.